Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Alright. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kinda bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How is Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal.
Wow, the fury of Edgeworth.
Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups, bottles. Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills. Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle.
So that means...
Yup, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Sleeping pill bottle added to the court record. I need to practice talking in a gut voice like Gumshoe's more often. After I do it for a little while, my tongue starts to hurt. And just like that, he's disappeared.
Makes it a lot easier to go up.
We already had this conversation. God damn it, Maya. We should just move in the dressing room.
Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP is innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But... this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No!
I was wondering if I could talk to you about Mr. Hammer.
Yes.
On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2.
Oh. I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true, then. The rumor? Yeah, Ms. Vasquez. That the producer had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt. Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too.
The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then?
What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? Oh, it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No, no! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided.
Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore?
The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around no anymore. They wanted to forget all that has ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something.
Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Take a look at what?
And this is...
A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone.
You're right. Okay. But what can I do?
Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago.
Okay. Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago someone died and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, producer Ms. Vasquez managed to hush it up. And that's
the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer.
And that's why Mr. Hammer couldn't... That's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Ms. Vasquez asked him to.
Hey, Gregor, welcome to the stream. How you doing, buddy?
It was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Ms. Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know.
Thanks, we'll try asking her. You're addicted to Europa Universalis? Yeah, this girl's super cute, I know. Unfortunately, this is probably the last time we see her. It looks... I mean, I love Civ, don't get me wrong. So it probably isn't bad. Literally the reason I don't play Civ is because, I don't sleep when I start Civ games. One more year. One more year. No, one more year. And suddenly it's 7 a.m. Real time, though. I think Civ is turn-based. Yeah, Civ is turn-based, but I'm literally having that fucking problem. I don't blame you, dude. Dude, I am so, like, if I start playing Civ, it will literally be 7 to 8 a.m. before I fucking go to bed. Oof, that sucks. If she'll talk. Alright. Did we already talk to Gumshoe? Like everything he had to say? Yeah, we did. Twice this week, got less than 3 hours of sleep because I could not get off the game. Yeah. Yeah, I know that feeling.
Why, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. What do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer.
Oh yeah, I know, right? I love the names in this game. There was Larry Butts in Chapter 1. Now we've got Ms. Oldbag.
You're starting to throw off from the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. She might have rabies. From that dart, never mind.
I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago.
Who told? Who did you hear that from?
Huh?
Nichols!
Nichols.
Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to.
Her first name is Penny and her last name is Nichols. God, why does everybody's parents hate them in this world? Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the incident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that at the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun.
No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers.
And you claim that Hammer still powers his costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
Proof that Hammer still powers his costume, I do have proof. Sorry, Ms. Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. With this. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Oh, well, yes, so?
This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate.
Ha! I bet Powers put it in there himself. Even a lightweight like him must have trouble sleeping for sometimes.
Except I have proof that Mr. Hammer put the pills in. This bottle contains sleeping pills. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints were found on the bottle.
I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see. Tired of holding it all in.
Ms. Oldbag.
You're right. 5 years ago there was an accident, a fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. I guess he made it all better. Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia.
That explains her face. Why it explains her face, but it just does. She looks like somebody who has ties to the mafia.
She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag? Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this.
A photograph. Ooh, wait a second.
This is the picture.
Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on top of the stairs there. He pushed the other actor, and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
Explains why that was broken. But how did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand. Yeah, sure, why not? We totally understand why you don't want to talk about a murder that happened a long time ago. Alright. We're pretty much ready then. We should probably go to Studio 2.
Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume, and he left from here to go to Studio 2.
Right.
But why? Wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer.
That's my guess.
Hey, Nick. It's Ms. Vasquez. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Maya, you should at least try to be polite.
I'm watching the clouds.
That's all she had to say, apparently. I don't want to talk to her. I want to examine plates, I guess. This is where Salmonella and D. Vasquez ate. There's nothing left on the plates.
They said they ate T-bone steaks, too.
Something wrong?
Oh no, I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know?
Can't say that I do. We've already done this. There's some flowers here.
Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these.
Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Yeah, we now know for a fact it is. Because we don't have a choice but to talk to the lady. Gross.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off.
Oh dear.
Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. Yeah, you did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. Miss, my Fey blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it.
Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila.
If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves.
Oh dear. Present her with evidence. Is that her who's watching? In the picture? She's not even looking.
Where?
What?
Where did you get that?
I will...
Old bag.
Old...
She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick.
Right, anyway. Ms. Vasquez. You hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer.
The wind.
The huh?
It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more. Inside the trailer. You know, somewhere where I have a gun stashed and I can kill you. Nick, she went inside the trailer.
Nope, that was not what I wanted to do.
You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about?
Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Ms. Vasquez. You were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids' shows for petty change.
So I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh. I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of his own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And I think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is it all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure?
What do you mean?
Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident?
No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose?
That is what I mean.
Where's your proof? Can you prove it?
Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh? Well, she was a big fan of hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too.
So that's why she had the photo.
She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys.
Who are they?
Professionals.
Hey, Retro, welcome to the stream.
They're good at erasing various things.
Alright, so what you have missed so far, we got Cody to testify. Cody testified, we found out the victim was actually the one in the Steel Samurai outfit, and he was going to Studio 2 to meet with the execs. Somebody at Studio 2 had to have committed the murder. It is impossible that anyone else could have done so. Cody was the kid who was fucking around at the thing at the end of the last stream that we did. So, and right now we're confronting Vasquez on it, and things are going south. Very south. Very fast. And not like south like I want her head to. I mean, that was weird.
What do you think? Would you like to be erased?
What?
The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it.
Tell me why. Thank you for the host. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all?
I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No!
Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now.
Huh. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it.
Uh-oh, scarios. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe! Thank you, thank you, thank you! I was really scared.
Oh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just I've wanted to say the line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this.
And who's at the bottom? Hopefully Vasquez. She'd make a great bottom. I mean... Yeah, I like Gumshoe. I think he's an idiot, but he's at least a good idiot. As opposed to an evil idiot like me. To be continued. And we're back in court. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear.
Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls Mrs. D. Vasquez to the stand. Ms. D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay.
Can we talk about the fact that when Mia's possessing her, her boobs go to all the way to here, and now they go only to here? Like, goddamn, the difference is insane. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Yeah, I would really like to. I mean, what?
I entered the trailer a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. I attended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me.
Hey, Purple. Long time no see. How's it going, buddy?
At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting.
And you resubscribed. Thank you very much, Purple. It is going of the good. That's good. I'm glad you're doing well.
Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? Yes, this is objection! This is, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. This is the first one. There are 3 of them. And I have all of them. And none of them are voiced at all. So I've been busy.
The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk with that monkey's head toppling over.
Van added to the court record. Manila uses van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
And that girl right there, she gets possessed by her older sister, who was our boss in the attorney's office while she was still alive. She was the victim of chapter number 2. And when her sister possesses her, her boobs grow like 8 sizes. It's great. Oh, I forgot to fix that. There we go. Okay. We're gonna press her on everything. Also, you missed the character who I gave your voice to, if you know what I mean. She probably won't come up again, though, so we'll have to get another one in the series at some point. You're glad? She was super fucking cute. She was Mahiru with glasses and, like, a brown hair with a ponytail. Like Mahiru's face style with brown ponytail and glasses. Her name's Penny Nichols. Nichols is Nichols. Yes, the names in this game are great. Everybody has a fucking obnoxious name. Like the sisters are named Mia and Maya. The defendant in the first case's name was Larry Butts, and there were multiple Butts jokes.
Yes.
And you didn't stop in at the employee area?
No.
She does look like a Pokemon trainer, you're right.